Hello Taurus, this is Ashley. We're going to be doing your reading for the week of September 19th. Specifically looking at the energies around the Pisces full moon, which is taking place on the 20th of September. And there's a bit of an interesting energy to this particular full moon, as it is in the sign of Pisces and at the final degrees of Pisces. So it being a full moon, a lot of times at the time of the full moon we have something that's illuminated to us, and then there's often some kind of release or surrender required, or that results from that illumination. Now, Pisces is the sign of release and surrender, and it's also happening at that final degree of Pisces, and so, which just kind of emphasizes the strength of that surrender, that release. And it's the last degrees of the entire zodiac. So it's like a big cycle maybe coming to a close. So we're going to look at past, present, future for you at the time of the full moon week. If this isn't your reading, go ahead and check your other placements for a full message of what might be coming in for you. If this is your reading, please leave me a comment and let me know down below. And remember to like and subscribe, especially if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel. So we're going to get going here and see what we get. We have the Empress, the Ace of Swords, and the Page of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the Four of Cups, the Three of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and the Tower. Very interesting. We also have the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. So quite a bit of self-reflection, dark night of the soul energy here. You could be in an overall space of a hermitage, so kind of keeping to yourself and doing quite a bit of self-care, healing, reflection, and kind of exploring and perhaps even doing some shadow work. Let's see. So okay, so some kind of ending in the past has already happened, I feel. It could have been a particularly longer term relationship. Could also have something to do with just financial stability and abundance. Some sort of loss has taken place, and it's resulted in a lot of heartbreak. Now, on the flip side of that, which could also be what has put you into this hermit energy, right? Now, on the flip side of that, I do feel like there has been some sort of ignition kind of energy that has resulted from this ending, this broken-hearted situation. And I think it's because when your heart is broken, it is broken open. And so there's been an influx of new emotional capacity on your part. And I think this new beginning feels more based in truth for you. And it could be that you're working to rebuild that stability that was shattered here, okay? And it looks like in the future position, there could be a bit of a shocking communication or offer that comes in that allows you to come out of this hermitage and really begin a new path. So, interesting. Let's see what kind of details we can get here. See if it's love or career that has been going on for you. So in the past position, we have the broken open card. And so when we experience a heartbreak, it kind of shatters things, right? I mean, there's a definite breakdown that happens at the time of a broken heart. Now, it could be from a loss, it could be from a betrayal, anything, any number of things. But essentially what this card is talking about, that when something shatters within you, instead of only focusing on the grief, now I'm certainly not saying you shouldn't grieve. You should, absolutely. But what this card specifically talks about is to look past the grief and see how perhaps this devastating experience has broken you open and allowed for even more space for compassion, empathy, love, because it has humbled you, right? And so clearly we have something here that has been shattering to your heart. We have the Empress, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. Could very well be a longer term relationship here with the Ten of Pentacles. Something impacting your abundance. And this, with the Empress showing up here, it could be that this is happening to the feminine aspect of your energy. So let's see. Or this reading may be for a feminine energy. Okay, we'll find out. Why is the Empress here? We have the Ten of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. With the Ten of Pentacles, we're getting the King of Pentacles and the Lovers. So there's that long-term relationship I was talking about. Could have very well have been a marriage. Now that King of Pentacles is Taurus energy. So just kind of take it as it resonates, because I still am getting quite a bit of abundance messages here being shattered. So it could have also just been a job loss. Oh goodness. So with the Nine of Pentacles and the Three of Swords, it's put you in a position of being single. There was an ending here. Okay. All right, so we have Virgo, Gemini, Taurus, Libra, Taurus. Now, I think part of what was maybe so heartbreaking about this ending that has happened with a very strong soulmate connection, or at the very least something you loved dearly, right, is that it almost feels like you had to decide to end it. Now, I did just see the Six of Cups and the Ten of Cups, so it's more and more feeling specifically related to love here, okay? It's almost like you had to choose to end this. And something about that is almost harder, right? Like, you know, if a partner just disappears and leaves us, or decides, hey, I'm moving on, they've made that choice. But I feel like the burden of choice was on you. And even though I'm sure you knew it at the time that it was going to shatter your heart, you still chose for this to end. Now, it may have felt like it wasn't much of a choice, right? Because it does, with this Ten of Wands here, something about this relationship was quite a heavy burden that needed to be released. There could have been some betrayal that took place in this relationship. We'll see what else comes through here. But essentially, you are, it almost feels like you, somehow this ending has reduced you from the Empress to the Nine of Pentacles, which can be seen as pre-Empress energy. So it took a piece of you, right? I don't think you've actually been reduced. It would probably just feel that way. It's like it took a part of you, right? Oh my. Okay, but in the present moment, so at the time of the full moon, we have Fire Guardian. And it says, ignite your passions. So something about this has lit something up inside of you, for sure. And like I said before, I feel like it's something more based in your own personal truth. We do have the King of Cups here, so it could be dealing with a water sign as well, specifically a Scorpio, because we also have the Tower. So strong Scorpio energy coming in here. Doesn't have to be. So let's see what this change has really created for you. And with that broken open card, I mean, that really speaks to this King of Cups as well for you, in that it somehow has ignited a new passion for you, something in truth that it's almost like if this hadn't have happened, your heart wouldn't be capable of holding the space for whatever this new thing is, if that makes sense. So let's see what that could be. Now, I do feel like perhaps for some of you, it's one of those situations where something really difficult happens in our lives and it's so intensely traumatic or injures us so badly that we go through this healing process, like we talked about with this Hermit energy. And on the other side of that healing, we're able to offer that same healing to others that have experienced a similar situation, right? So that may be part of what's going on here. Why do you have the Ace of Swords? Six of Swords. Knight of Cups. The King of Cups. We have the Eight of Pentacles. And the Six of Wands. And with the Four of Pentacles, we're getting the Queen of Pentacles, so Capricorn energy. To me, that feels the same as this Empress energy. And that also shows me King and Queen of Pentacles. This was likely a marriage or a very long-term commitment that ended here. And the Four of Cups. Why the Four of Cups? Because we have it coming in twice. Okay. It gave me the Seven of Pentacles. So, some sort of passion's been ignited, and I think it is pushing you to follow your heart, to move forward into, more of your, it's almost like, it's like you're fired up about it, but there's like this energy of peace surrounding it. It's like you move into this into these calmer waters with this Six of Swords here. You're being guided out of kind of that tumultuous energy towards this new beginning that is based in truth for you. But it's you following your heart. And you're doing some kind of work here that, for one, you could very well be getting recognized for. There's a lot of victory energy here with that Ace of Swords and the Six of Wands. So you could be getting recognition for the struggle you've experienced, the work you're putting into it, and now what you're doing with that wisdom, if that makes sense. And it does feel like you've been kind of waiting for this stability to come back into your life after this bit of a disaster that took place, right? You can see this Four of Cups. The cup is coming out. It's like an offer from the universe that you've been waiting on. You've been putting in the work and waiting to see what's going to come. Are you going to gain the stability that you need as a result of all this work that you're doing, okay? Now, another thing that I'm getting from this Six of Wands in this work that you're doing, all this learning that you've done and the time and effort that you've been putting in to this new heart-based calling or passion of yours, I feel like you're not only being recognized by others for the work that you've put in, but somehow it's like the people that are on the receiving end of that wisdom, like maybe the people that you could be helping, feel validated. They feel recognized as well. So that's really lovely. Let's see here. In the future position, we have death and rebirth. So darkness to light coming out of that hermitage. And you can see she's got, what, two jaguars, maybe? Black leopards. I don't know my cats. And then she's holding this antler here. And that is symbolic of her connection to the light, her connection to spirit. It's like an antenna of her connection to spirit. And you can see she's in white here. But she has these two black cats that are, it's almost like they're standing guard. And she's got this hand reaching down where she's like controlling the energy of these cats. And so it's like that time in that darkness has empowered you to bring the light, bring in the light, and help those that are in the darkness, help those to come out of the darkness just like you did. And in another way too, I feel like in having explored that darkness for yourself with this hermit energy that you've been in, you're able to use both in the best way, right? Page of Swords, Four of Cups, and the Tower. Some sort of shocking offer or communication may be coming in. It could be something that you're learning as well. It's like some information you stumble across, or somebody comes in and says, hey, check this out. So let's see what might be coming in with this rebirth that has been going on after the the full moon. Why the Page of Swords? We have the Hierophant and the Wheel of Fortune. With the Four of Cups, oh my, the Ace of Cups, and the Sun. And with the Tower, we have the Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So clearly someone's coming in here to offer you commitment, a new beginning, passion. There's flirting, there's texting, there's emails, there's joy coming in. And I feel like on some level with this Hierophant and the Wheel of Fortune, it's because you've gone through some spiritual lessons here with this event that happened, this betrayal that happened in the past. And it's like, I almost wonder if it's not related to, it's like maybe someone stumbles across your work on the internet and then they reach out and you get to talking and then it just keeps going from there. It doesn't have to be, but it could be someone at a distance here. So very possible an internet initiation going on here. But you've been waiting for it. You've been waiting for this stable commitment. And it's coming in. Could be dealing with a Taurus. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio again. Lots of Scorpio here. Aquarius. So, doesn't have to be those signs, but a lot of fixed sign energy showing up there. But look, it's like, it's lovely. The Sun, the happiest card in the deck, right? It's like there's some kind of freedom and purity to it that's not tainted. It's not, I even feel like on some level, and I just saw the Empress, so it's funny how, like, I was talking earlier about this whole problem having felt like it almost reduced you down from that Empress status, and I just saw the Empress while talking about this, so it's like it boosts you back up. Gosh, what was I saying before that? Cut in there. Well, I guess it'll come to me if it was important. But I think it's kind of surprising to you. It's like you've been waiting for it, but perhaps it comes in such a way that you're like, whoa. Because there's a lot of passion going on here. A lot of flirting. And I think it takes you a little bit off guard. It's kind of like it jostles you out of this hermit energy. And, you know, when we've been in a hermitage for a period of time, we get comfortable with just being with ourselves, being by ourselves, even if we didn't feel that way when we first went into the hermitage. But it could be a little bit jostling to your system to have so much passionate contact after a period of, you know, a lot of alone time, reflection, self-work that kind of thing. But it's coming back. It's coming back. Yay. So that sun card, part of what I feel like I'm getting off of that, other than just like bliss, is that whoever this new person is, it's like there's so much there's so much truth, there's so much clarity. It's like there's innocence with this person. Not that they are naive, but it's like they come in with less karmic baggage than this past person ever had. And so it might feel quite a bit different than your last relationship. And granted, with the way that turned out, that's probably a good thing, right? But it'll feel different to you. Because I feel like even clearly, whatever betrayal took place here, it was a reflection of that past person, right? We can tend to blame ourselves, but it's not really the truth. People behave in ways that is a reflection of who they are. And so it does feel like there was one heck of an ending here. And in order for that to happen, that person had to have been carrying something with them for a period of time, right? This to me feels more like someone who's coming in that's like really fresh and innocent and doesn't have the karmic baggage that last relationship did. Or they're not bringing that to the relationship. And so these new beginnings feel so light and great. So I really like how this turned out, Taurus. I hope that was helpful. Let me know if it's your reading down below, or if you think it is. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.